Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter number 24, entitled The Renunciation of Kardama Muni, text number 36. Yetanme janma lokesmin mumukshunam durashayat prasankhyanaya tattvanam sammataya atmadarshane. Translation purport by Habitual Arvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. My appearance in this world is especially to explain the philosophy of Sankhya, which is highly esteemed for self-realization by those desiring freedom from the entanglement of unnecessary material desires. Purport. Here the word Durashayat is very significant. Dur refers to trouble or dukkha, miseries. Ashayat means from the shelter. We conditioned souls have taken shelter of the material body, which is full of troubles and miseries. Foolish people cannot understand the situation, and this is called ignorance or illusion, or the spell of Maya. Human society should very seriously understand that the body itself is the source of all miserable life. Modern civilization is supposed to be making advancement in scientific knowledge. But what is this scientific knowledge? It is based on bodily comforts only. Without knowledge that, however comfortably one maintains his body, the body is destructible. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Antavanta imeya deha. These bodies are destined to be destroyed. Nityasyokta sharirinaha refers to the living soul or the living spark within the body. That soul is eternal, but the body is not eternal. For our activity, we must have a body. Without a body, without sense organs, there is no activity. But people are not inquiring whether it is possible to have an eternal body. Actually, they aspire for an eternal body because even though they engage in sense enjoyment, that sense enjoyment is not eternal. They are therefore in want of something which they can enjoy eternally. But they do not understand how to attain that perfection. Sankhya philosophy, therefore, as stated herein by Kapila Deva, is Tattvanam. The Sankhya philosophy system is designed to afford understanding of the real truth. What is the real truth? The real truth is knowledge of how to get out of this material body, which is the source of all trouble. Lord Kapila's incarnation or descent is especially meant for this purpose. That is clearly stated here. Presents the Bhaktivedanta purport.
Here the word Durashayat is very significant. Dur refers to trouble or dukkha, miseries. Ashayat means from the shelter. We, conditioned souls, have taken shelter of the material body, which is full of troubles and miseries. Foolish people cannot understand the situation, and this is called ignorance, illusion, or the spell of Maya. Human society should very seriously understand that the body itself is the source of all miserable life. Modern civilization is supposed to be making an advancement in scientific knowledge. But what is this scientific knowledge? It is based on bodily comforts only, without knowledge that however comfortably one may maintain his body, the body is destructible. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Antavanta imeya deha, these bodies are destined to be destroyed. Nityasyoktaha sharirinaha refers to the living soul or the living spark within the body. That soul is eternal, but the body is not eternal. For our activity, we must have a body. Without a body, without sense organs, there is no activity. But people are not inquiring whether it is possible to have an eternal body. Actually, they aspire for an eternal body. Because even though they engage in sense enjoyment, that sense enjoyment is not eternal. They are therefore in want of something that they can enjoy eternally, but they do not understand how to attain that perfection. Sankhya philosophy, therefore, as stated herein by Kapiladeva, is Tattvanam. The Sankhya philosophy system is designed to afford understanding of the real truth. What is the real truth? The real truth is knowledge of how to get out of the material body, which is the source of all trouble. Lord Kapila's incarnation or descent is especially meant for this purpose. That is clearly stated here. So, Lord Kapila himself is declaring his purpose of his incarnation. And it is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. So, in this material world, not only the world is created by Brahma, further, all the different ingredients that are required for achieving the purpose of this material world is also brought to manifest into this world. The purpose of this world, material world, the purpose of creation, as we all know, is to reclaim the conditioned souls, is to rectify the consciousness of the conditioned souls from lording over nature to servant nature. This is the very purpose of material world. Krishna consciousness means changing our consciousness from control consciousness to surrender consciousness. When one surrenders to the Guru and Krishna, then Guru and Krishna is in charge of the devotee's life. And whatever comes into his life in terms of troubles, the devotee counters the troubles. In other words, he puts efforts to overcome the unfavorable circumstances. But he does not think that Krishna's hand is not there in it. He thinks that Krishna is very much aware of all these things. And he wants me to learn something from this. He wants me to learn to give up my lauding tendency, my controlling tendency. Krishna wants me to give up my attachment to peace. Krishna wants me to give up my attachment to so-called happiness. Oh, my mind should not be disturbed, peace, all those things. When the mind is constantly disturbed, only then you try to go out of the mind and catch the lotus feet of Krishna. That's why Krishna is giving so many times, so many difficulties to the devotees. So the devotee transcends his idea of happiness from material happiness, his idea of peace as being material peace, and Krishna wants to gift the devotee with transcendental peace and transcendental happiness. Transcendental peace and transcendental happiness is irrespective of material circumstances. Someday we have to rise above the three modes of material nature, and that is why the devotees are also given so many different kinds of difficulties in life. So it is part of bhakti. One should not think that bhakti is everything that happens to the devotee is part of his growth, part of his bhakti. That being said, now coming to the Lord Kapila's philosophy of Sankhya, which has manifested in this world, so that the living entities who are ready, living entities who have reformed to some extent, you can say, because the reformation begins by Maya stick first. Maya gives a danda to the living entities. When the devotee realizes dukkhalayam ashashvatam, there is something missing in my life. I want transcendental peace, I want transcendental happiness, I want transcendental love. Because everywhere in this material world I can analyze and see the love cannot be perfect. Compassion cannot be perfect. You cannot blame the world for it, because that is how the world is created. One human being cannot give absolute love to another human being without reference to Krishna. Not possible. It's not that he has got the capacity and therefore he is not loving. No. The capacity itself is limited. All are conditioned souls. People easily expect unconditional love, but they cannot give unconditional love even to one person. They expect, I need unconditional love, but they cannot give to even one person. That they don't realize. Just like I cannot give, others cannot give. Everybody is limited. Only God can give unlimited love. So, this existence of this Sankhya philosophy, which explains the connection between matter and spirit, how the spirit is separate from matter, and why the living entity thinks that this body is spirit. Why 84 lakh species are there, where the living entities are allowed to experience sense gratification, fruitive activities, sense gratification, everything they are allowed to experience. And which is a way to come out of this entanglement or illusion. So we are spirit, which is different from this body, which we understand now after coming to Krishna consciousness, but we need to understand the Sankhya philosophy to get the result of how to disconnect spirit from matter. How can I get liberated? How can my faculties of sensing get liberated? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending, all this. How all these things, personal activities, can get disconnected from matter. Most important thing of all the things is the faculty of asha. Here it says durashayat. It is by desire that the living entity starts contacting ahankara, false ego. So the living entity's desire for independent happiness, independent existence, independent knowledge, because our nature is Satchit Ananda, that we cannot stop looking for Satchit and Ananda. We cannot stop. Whether conditioned soul or liberated soul, cannot stop. The difference is the conditioned soul is ignorantly trying to satisfy these things in the material world in forgetfulness of Krishna. And the pure devotee is trying to satisfy these needs by constitutionally being situated in pure devotional service. He knows my Sat, my Chit, my Ananda. My spiritual instincts can be satisfied only in completeness in devotional service to the Lord. So it is very essential that someone who wants to execute pure devotional service has to be on a liberated platform. Oh, liberated platform he has to be. He may be in this body, but pure devotional service means he has to be in a liberated platform. What is the liberated platform? How is it possible? How that liberation happens is explained in Sankhya philosophy. But it is not necessary that you have to learn Sankhya philosophy through Sankhya philosophy. Everything that is explained in Sankhya philosophy is manifest to a devotee who associates with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Anyone who associates with the Lord in practical devotional service, chanting, deity worship and reading Prabhupada's books, you will see when you by the time, because you come to third canto, no? This is in third canto. By the time you come to third canto, oh, this I understand. That is the power of the mercy of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Otherwise it is not easy to understand these things even. How matter and spirit can be disconnected. Or even if you know how they are different, matter is spirit, matter is different, spirit is different, soul is different, body is different. Even if you know, you cannot even one moment live in that realization. Because bondage means what? Suppose I between two things I put araldite and stick it together. You say it is bonded, right? Any bonding, if you want to separate, what do you need? You need a force to separate them. So just I have very good knowledge that what are the properties of araldite. How many kilonewtons of pressure should be put on each side to open it? Oh, I know full Sankhya philosophy. But you don't chant Hare Krishna. You will still be stuck. Where do you get that force to pull them apart? Devotional service. So the goal of Sankhya philosophy, the end of Sankhya philosophy, and for us, the means of Sankhya philosophy is also devotional service to the Lord. Devotees simply engaging in devotional service so easily, after few years of chanting Hare Krishna nicely, they very easily come to understand that the transient nature of this, they get detached. They look at the world differently. They become tattvadarshinaha. It is said here that Tattva. I come to Tattvanam. So Lord Kapila Muni Lord Kapila is explaining Tattvanam, all the truths. And it is resulting in Atma Darshana, self-realization. So those who associate with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra nicely, they may be in this body, but they are in Tattva Darshinaha. That means they train their mind to see the world the way the Shastras has asked us to see the world. In reality, every time he is able to see that. And whatever he does everything is in that context. See, when you see a camera, let's say you see this camera, you never see the camera alone. The camera is in a hall. It's a context. Everything is in a context. This table, this table is sitting on a platform in the lecture hall, used for Bhagavatam class. This is a context. So seeing tattva darshinaha, seeing anything means there is a tattva about it and there is a tattva about the context. Every perception there is a context. So therefore, the way Prabhupada sees this microphone is different. The way ordinary person sees this microphone is different. Why? It's the same microphone. How can they see differently? Oh, no. The way I am seeing like a scientist sees objectively. Prabhupada is seeing something in his mind. Science doesn't see all that. Science is only this. No. Prabhupada is also seeing science scientifically. He is seeing its position in the entire universal scheme of things. Energy of the Lord, this, that, everything that, he is seeing Krishna's property, Krishna's energy, the whole world. So, Prabhupada has got a Krishna conscious, a pure devotee has got a Krishna conscious context in which he sees. So you see a microphone, a pure devotee sees a microphone. You see one activity in this material world, Srila Prabhupada sees the same activity in this material world, but in a different context. A pure devotee lives in this material world, does not matter, he may be a grahastha, he may be anything, any ashrama, no bar for a tattva darshina, no bar for a tattva darshina. He sees the eternal context and he lives. So, by practicing devotional service as given by Srila Prabhupada, practically speaking, how we live in the temple with our sadhana and all that, very easily we come to understand the temporary nature, get detached from this body, and actually realize that only by ignorance I am thinking I am this body. He goes out of this material measurement of time and space. What to speak of his life being only a split second, when he understands from the eyes of the Shastra that the entire creation of the Lord, right from Brahma, entire Brahma's 100 years, is a kshana, a moment wherein Mahavishnu breathes in and out. So what about my 100 lives, if at all I live 100? Otherwise what we think, my life was so important, my life, 100 lives, oh, what is happening? This went wrong, that went wrong, that did then happen, that happened, this happened, this happened. That means everything that happens you think has eternally happened to me. This is illusion. Nothing is happening to you in your life, good or bad, is eternal. It will all come to pass. There was childhood, it came to pass, right? You are no longer a child. But it's the very same person you were a child. You were a child. No, I am not a child. That time when you were a child, you are thinking I am a child. Now you are thinking I am a young man. It will also come to pass. There will be a day when everybody, you should visualize all these things. There will be a day when you will be also looked upon as old men and old women, from young men and young women, new young men and new young women. They look upon you as old. And there is 100% guaranteed one day we'll all lie dead. The reality. So why can't we see in advance? We'll all be dead. Not philosophically dead. Want you to visualize lying dead. Lying and your dead body is there. Then only you will understand. Oh, I must be beyond this. Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara, all that. We start perceiving even to perceive those things. When you read and you perceive, you want to enjoy this drishti, tattva drishti of oneself and the world, if you want to enjoy. Because it is great enjoyment. Freedom from illusion is a great enjoyment. It's a great enjoyment. It's a pleasure of the yogis, freedom from entanglement in this material world. If we want that enjoyment, then we need to take the shortcut, shortest cut. Where that energy, to separate that araldite, you need an energy, you need a solvent. You pour that solvent there, two pieces will come apart. Similarly, when you chant and hear Hare Krishna properly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, that Satchidananda energy will flow in this, in between what is sticking is called ignorance, avidya. That avidya will melt by the Satchidananda energy, separation will happen. That is an experience. Even now, when we are entangled in this material world, when we are thinking we are in the bodily concept of life, who are you? You are the same soul. When you get transcendental knowledge, what happens to you? You are the same soul, nothing happened to you. Your experience has changed, that's all. Because you cannot be killed. No, I fell into this material world, I got killed. No, who fell into this material world? You only fell into this material world. Whoever falls will remain there, no? So the Atma is in this body. Who is this Atma? You are the Atma. No, I am this body. That is where the problem comes. But you are the Atma, you are the soul. But you are thinking that your identity is this body. Misidentification. My identity, who am I? I am now. Without soul, this body doesn't work. But the soul is thinking. So the problem is with knowledge and ignorance. That is a difference. In a liberated person, the knowledge energy is playing differently. The same person, when he is bonded, it is playing differently. We have got Chit, Sat Chit, Ananda. Achit is working on our Sat. Achit energy, Maya energy is working on the Sat. Now, even in the material world, Sat has not lost, Sat is still there. But you are thinking that I am this body, I am a boy, I am a child, I am a young man, I am an old man. You are thinking. But who is that same person? The same Sat is thinking. So Sat does not change. That is soul, that is existence. So then the devotee, by associating with Hare Krishna Mahamantra, he comes to understand that I am there, I cannot be killed. I am there, whether I am in the young body, old body, child body, male body, female body, animal body, 86,000, 84,000, 8 lakh species, I am there. But I am in ignorance. So if Chit comes into me, I will know who I am, that's all. I have just forgotten. Who has forgotten? I only have forgotten. So where is the soul? Soul is you only, you are the soul. Start identifying with it. We have to start identifying with our soul, which is servant of Krishna. According to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is given a definition. What is the identity of? It is not that when you realize I am servant of Krishna, when you become self-realized, it's not that when you become self-realized, you become something else. No. You are what you are, whether you are self-realized or fallen. Your Sat only is there. Chit gets added to that Sat. Then you are called self-realized. Your Sat can never go away from you because you are that. Every one of us is that Sat. When avidya energy covers us, then we experience asat, including about our own self. I am this body is asat, because it's only a thinking, but you're not the body. Even now when you're saying I am this body, you're not the body. Just because you say I am the body, you don't become your body. You see the difference? That is why Prabhupada explains that we simply have to uncover ourselves. We are not creating some new self-realization, but some new self is coming out. Some new identity is coming out, no doubt. I am servant of Krishna. Old identity, I am this material body, I am controller, I am independent, all that are withering away. Just like you, so many, like snake sheds its scales. In the same way, all the scales are thrown away by the power of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Any questions? Another interesting thing that Prabhupada says, is all only devotees can understand. Though it's only one line here. The soul is eternal, but the body is not eternal. For our activity, we must have a body. Without a body, without sense organs, there is no activity. But people are not inquiring whether it is possible to have an eternal body. Just say we all want body. Because there is no enjoyment without body. We are not against body. Mayavadis are against body. Mayavadis are against senses. Mayavadis are against male-female relationship. We are not. They are all so beautiful. It's a challenge to Mayavadis. You're a sadhu and you'll say it's all beautiful. You cannot imagine how beautiful is the relationship between Radha and Krishna. Mayavadis, you are afraid to go nearby because you will fall down. So the only way you can say is male is not there, female is not there. When your enjoyment attitude is gone, then you will be able to appreciate that God, when He wanted to enjoy, Radharani comes forth out of Him and He's supreme enjoyer. When somebody is enjoying, you celebrate also, isn't it? Also that tendency in human being you see. My friend is getting married. Okay, so let me go. All the dance. What is that? North Indian marriages, in the front they have that? Barat. Barat. We also chant Hare Krishna, dance, karta, mridanga, jump. Oh, Radha Krishna is enjoying. Radha Krishna Chandra is enjoying. Hey, what is their enjoyment? Hey, all this firefly enjoyment in this material world. What is that compared to Supreme Personality of Godhead? Krishna, the Supreme Male, enjoying the Supreme Female. What is that? Like beggars imitating. All conjugal love in the material world is like beggars imitating. Beggar means paisa nahi hai pocket mein. Right? Beggar. Thoda kuch hai. वो भी किधर से मिला? Begging से मिला. Right? Every karmi in the material world who is enjoying sense gratification is a pleasure beggar. What is he? Pleasure beggar. Vaishnavas, they don't beg for pleasures. Begging chhod diya. I am no longer a beggar for pleasures. Whatever my father gives, I happily take. Prasadam. I also have pleasure. Everything is a prasadam pleasure. Whether for the tongue, for the eyes, for this, for that, or whether I get a good wife or a husband, whatever, doesn't matter, all. I know what my karma is till I die. I have to go back to Godhead. Whatever it may be, everything is with gratitude. Of course, there is a rule how to honor prasadam. That you cannot forget. You cannot get prasadam and turn it into, become a pleasure beggar. You should honor prasadam as prasadam. Whether it is Krishna gives you money, Krishna gives you wealth, Krishna gives you good speaking capabilities, Krishna gives you influencing capacity, or Krishna gives you a good wife, Krishna gives you good children. Everything, there's a rule how to handle Krishna prasadam. Otherwise, you convert it into offend. You offend the prasadam. Questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
You have come up with a point saying that every one of us have to leave the material body and then go back to the original home where it's back to Godhead. So there is an example of Dukaram who has traveled with his body, having it spiritualized and then traveled with the Garuda Vahana into Vaikuntha planet. Was it in earlier yugas, Satya Yuga, maybe the sages had that capability, or even today the devotees, how do we understand this? It's only after we leave this material body we can go, or is it with the same body the Krishna consciousness devotee can travel to the original?
See, first of all, what you're saying is exemption. Okay? Now let us try to understand that exemption. Narada Muni also, right? To understand the exemption. How you understand the exemption is, ultimately there is nothing like matter and spirit. Matter is another form of spirit. The effect of matter upon the conditioned soul, that is what is called as material effect. So, that is number one. And what is the effect of material energy? The effect of material energy, it creates certain perception. For instance, when I look at it, this is black, This is a stick. These are the qualities. I see this, right? I see these things. Where are they in? They are the characteristics or properties of what is out here. They are properties. But even today, scientists have found out that go deep into it, none of these are properties. It's all energy. E is equal to mc squared. They said. It's all energy. There is no permanent blackness to this. There is nothing like the atoms in this are permanently black. Correct? Scientists have found out, no? There is no difference between gold. If a proper technology is there, take an iron atom, you can convert it into gold. Change the number of neutrons, protons, all those neutrons, electrons, number of electrons, everything. If there is technology, you can change it. Only it costs more than the gold. But theoretically, it is not impossible. Today, science has found out. Theoretically, it is not impossible. That means suddenly I see this, suddenly it has become golden. If there is a technology, it is very much possible. This becomes a golden microphone. So now the question comes, whether this is really gold or whether it is really iron. The truth is that it is neither really iron nor really gold. It is simply the energy of the Lord. At the bottom line, everything in this material world becomes pradhana. That is the real stuff that goes into Mahavishnu's body. Once it comes out, all this permutation combination happens. Changes happen. Goes back into Mahavishnu's body. It's a real energy of the Lord. So now let us take Narada Rishi's body. If you understand the principle of deity, then this question will also be answered. The material effect is not there upon you. To say that somebody's body is not material, it simply means, another way of stating that body does not emanate any material qualities from that body. That is the meaning of saying that is not matter. So Narada Muni had a body. Suppose his body that is there is completely spiritualized, right? Then what is coming out of him is not matter at all. He is not matter. There is no matter there in his body. There is no matter there in his body. Matter means material effect. There is no material effect, there is spiritual effect. So it's a spiritual body. All incarnations of the Lord, they don't have matter effect at all. That is why they are all spiritual. By their inconceivable omnipotency, they show themselves to our material eyes. That we have to understand. Because they can do that. Lord is inconceivable, mystic. By his inconceivable mystic potency, with my material eyes I can see him. But you should not think that he is material. Because I am seeing him, he is material. Because you cannot see spirit, he has come to show you in this way. And then you are telling him, no, because I can see you, you have become material. Because you cannot see, by mystic potency, I have made myself appear before you like an ordinary vibration. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Now, because I am vibrating like an ordinary vibration before you, don't say that now you are ordinary vibration. This is incarnation of the Lord. Principle of the incarnation of the Lord. You need to see from the eyes of the Shastras. So that is Tattvadarshina. Tattva does not mean only material tattva, spiritual tattva also. A pure devotee, when he sees the deity, then he's seeing. In the material world, when he sees all these things, he will see only tattva. But when he stands before the deity, the pure devotee, he doesn't see the tattva. Why? He sees the rasa. Tattva disturbs him. Tattva disturbs him. Out of love, he is standing before the devotee with the ointment of love. Then nothing, there's no earth, there's only, the Lord before him. So it's a pure love, out of pure love when sees, then the truth is that, just like Krishna, no? He does not want also, when he is playing with the gopis, when he is playing with, with Mother Yashoda, he does not want tattva to disturb him. What is the tattva? Hey, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the tattva. No. Now rasa is for his enjoyment. Selective covering of the truth by his internal potency is called the internal Maya. Just like here Mahamaya is there, spiritual world there is Yoga Maya. Or in Leelas of Krishna there is Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya is also covering the truth. But that is selectively covered to enhance the rasa for God and his devotees. Here what is happening? The truth is covered so that you also enjoy. Suppose you have full realization that you are a body of flesh, blood, mucus, urine. Can you live normal life? No. How that experience is created? Maya. This is Mahamaya, that's Yoga Maya. Any other question? Grandharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.